Hello, it's the last week of the workshops and all the modules closed now, so it's time to think about your final exam. So in this video, I'm going to remind you how you'll be assessed and what the final exam is going to be like. Okay, so in case you don't remember, your assessment is made up of different parts. So 50% of your assessment, of your evaluation, is an exam. It's a multiple choice question exam and it lasts an hour and a half. And I'm going to tell you a bit more about this in a minute. The other part of your evaluation, so the other 50%, is continuous assessment, and it's made up of two different things. So you get, it's out of 20 points, okay, and you get 6 points for completing all the activities in the 5 online modules and for coming to every speaking workshop. Okay, so you get 6 points for doing all the activities and coming to all the workshops. Okay, and you get 14 points for your learning diary. So this counts for a big part of your continuous assessment. So make sure you do this well if you want to get a high number of points. Okay, so 6 points for the online workshops, the online modules and the conversation workshops, and 14 points for your learning diary. Okay, all right. So let's talk about the exam in a bit more detail. So it lasts an hour and a half. It's made up of 80 multiple choice questions, of which 50 questions will be on vocabulary, grammar and pronunciation from the modules, and 30 questions will be based on extracts from the video transcripts and the articles. Okay, so short extracts from the transcripts of the videos you've watched and the articles you've read. Okay, so this is what your exam is going to be like: an hour and a half, 80 questions, 50 on vocabulary, grammar and pronunciation, and 30 on the video transcripts and the articles. Okay, so because it's a multiple choice question exam, some of you may be wondering if there are negative points for incorrect answers. Well, the answer is no, there aren't. Okay, there are no negative points for incorrect answers. There is only one correct answer. Okay, so that answers that question. What about revision? What can you revise? Well, in terms of vocabulary, you can revise the vocabulary you learned in the modules and on the Quizlet. Okay, so if you look at the vocabulary sets on the Quizlet, those will be the words covered in the exam. Okay. What about the grammar points to revise? Well, if you've done the activities in the modules, you will remember that there were a series of grammar video lessons on different topics, on nouns, on adjectives, verb tenses, and on the passive form. So all of these topics will be in your exam. Okay, so make sure you watch the video lessons again to revise the grammar points. Okay, what about pronunciation? What should you revise for pronunciation? Well, there are different points to revise. In particular, you should watch the pronunciation videos again. Okay, they're on on the Format 12 page, like the grammar lessons, and they cover different important points in pronunciation. So if you remember, there was a video on the vowel sounds and the schwa. Okay, there was a video on intonation, okay, the music of language, and there was a video on word stress, okay, so in English words. So these are the things you need to work on and to revise for your exam. Okay, all right, so told you what you can revise, but how can you revise it now that the module's closed? Well, don't panic, because once all the activities in the modules have closed, you'll be able to access all the texts, the videos, the grammar lessons, as well as your learning diary on the Format 12 page, on the right hand, okay, of the Format 12 page, okay, even once the activities in the modules have closed. So this is what it looks like. So on the right hand of your Format 12 page, you will see the links to all the different things. So you can click on this if you want to read the text again for your level. You can click on the video library to watch the videos again. You can click on the grammar lessons if you want to watch the videos for the grammar again. This leads you to the Quizlet vocabulary sets, so you can play with those and do exercise with those to revise the vocabulary. You can watch the pronunciation lessons again. And most importantly, you can access your learning diary, okay, if you haven't done that so far, and complete all the entries in your learning diary. All the information I'm telling you now is in the evaluation section, okay, so you can click on this if you still have doubts. So this is all I've got to say about the exam, about your assessment, about what you can revise. If you're still wondering what you can revise before the exam, well, our suggestion is to revise, okay, again, practice by watching the videos again, practice by reading the texts again, practice by playing with the vocabulary sets on the Quizlet, and by shadowing for pronunciation practice. Okay, so revise and practice and relax. Okay, if you've done all of these things, if you've come to the workshops, if you've had fun in the workshops and you've learned from the workshops and you've completed your learning diary entries, okay, you will be fine in the exam. Okay, so don't worry if you've done all of these things. Okay, so that's all I had to say on your exam and your assessment and what you can do to revise. I've given you some tips of advice. So all I can do now is wish you luck, okay, and thank you from the teaching team.